Exotic dancers are independent contractors who depend on tips and private dances for their income. Exotic dancing is physically and mentally demanding and can be very unpredictable. Like, for instance, the money isn't guaranteed. There are around 4,000 exotic dance clubs located in the U.S. That's according to my research. Today's guest is an ex exotic dancer who is here to tell us about her experience or experiences that unfolded under the dim club lights and music. Hello, people. Welcome once again to yet another episode of Assembly Leontari. I'm your host and Silver Lion, the Jim.
I'm Honeybee. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was my pleasure. So, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about, who you are.
Okay, well, my real name is Vanna, but my dance name is Honeybee. I'm 28. I recently just got out of the club maybe about 5 months ago. I won't say I won't ever go back. If I need to make the money, of course, I always have that to fall back on. But right now, I have no interest in going back for right now. But yeah, I'm 28. I'm in school to be a nurse. I should be done with that in about a year, but just that's about it for me. I just keep it simple.
Okay. Well, how did you become interested in exotic dancing?
Well, I was actually working at Slutty Vegan, and I kept getting fired. It's one of those kind of. I was really close to the owner. She get mad at me. She fired me, and I needed some money quick. I needed to pay my rent and tuition for school. So my friend is a dancer, and a really good one, like a really big dancer in Atlanta. And so she was like, "Well, you could just do it right quick." So she took me to the strip club. I had an interview, and I had to actually go on stage and do an actual audition. Mm-hmm. And it was fine. So they hired me right on the spot, and I was only supposed to do it for maybe like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. I just needed to get some quick money right quick. But the money was just, it was coming so fast. So good. So good. Yes. I was like, I think I can keep doing this. This is not as bad as I thought it was. So 5 years later, here I am. Ended up still in the game.
Mm-hmm. Was it nervous for you? No. Not at all. Maybe
when I auditioned, yes. But after I got into the club, it was a lot better. The girls were pretty nice. They made it pretty easy for me. I'm not going to lie. It's not everybody is mean and snobby and rude. So the club that I started off at was pretty small, pretty local. All the same people every day came. So I got comfortable real quick. So it wasn't nothing to be nervous about.
Oh, okay. How did you decide that name? Bumble. Honeybee.
Yeah, one of my friends. Okay, so I'm a huge Beyonce fan. Okay. I love Beyonce, and one of my friends was like, his name is Marshall. Actually, shout out to Marshall. He was like, Honeybee. He was like, you look like a honeybee. He was like, you're sweet. He was like, you don't do too much. He was like, kind of like a real honeybee, and I'm like, that's perfect. Like I kind of went with it for about like a week, and it stuck. Everybody like, that's so perfect for you. That fits you so perfect. So. Everywhere I went, I never had to change my name because there's never another Honeybee.
Oh, and you stay in Buckhead?
Yes.
Okay. How is that?
It's nice. I like it. Expensive.
I heard it. I was just going to say, I heard it was expensive.
It's expensive. I paid $2,000, a little over $2,000 for I think my apartment is like 665 square feet. It's small, but you pay for what you get. It's the luxury.
Yeah. Kids?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Are you planning on having some kids?
Yeah, of course. I want some. I'm going to be 29. So,
Dating?
I got a little toxic situationship. We've been dating for about a year. We fight, then we break up, then we might be friends again, make up for like another 2 weeks, and we fight again and break up again. It's really on and off. And it's been like that for about a year, but he's all I got right now.
Okay, so what about your memorable moments, like during the exotic dancing? I know you have plenty of those. I mean,
I actually have maybe this happened in maybe like February, I think. T-Pain and Akon came to the club and threw me a whole lot of money. And it's kind of like one of those things, especially when you got the I'm in love with a stripper. Like, you never think T-Pain and Akon would come take over your club. And I was like one of the ones they really, really liked. So, like, they were shooting a video. So they had me in some of their, like, scenes. I'm actually waiting on that video to come out. I really want to know what happened to that video. But they had me in a lot of scenes. They was throwing me a lot of money. I probably made like $2,000 off of T-Pain and Akon by myself. So that was pretty memorable for me. I'm a very chill stripper. I don't really do too much of the makeup and all that stuff. So usually when people come in and like they're looking for videography and photography, a lot of people pull me to the side and ask me, because I'm just, not to brag or nothing, but I'm just naturally pretty. So people really like my aesthetic. And everybody say I can model. I don't know. I don't think I'm a model, but a lot of people be like, you should be a model. So I get pulled a lot for content, videos, pictures. That's pretty memorable for me. But other than the Akon and T-Pain coming to spend a lot of money on me, shout out to them for real. That was crazy, because I grew up listening to T-Pain and Akon. So who would have ever known?
Yeah, who would have ever known?
Who would have ever known?
Yeah. Anything embarrassing? Like, have you ever experienced any embarrassing moments, like falling?
I have fell off the stage one time, but it wasn't really embarrassing. It was more funny. But I have seen some pretty embarrassing moments with other people. Like, this one girl, one of my friends, she bled on a customer, started her period, didn't know, had blood all on his lap, and thank God that never happened to me.
What, it started in the middle of the dance?
In the middle of the dance. Yes, she had already, I guess, I don't know, maybe she had started her period and didn't know. And then, like, you know, you get to grind and doing the lap dance. And she got up, and she said, he had on some light colored jeans too, some really light colored jeans. So like when she got up, his lap was full of blood, and it was just like.
Thank God that was you said that was your friend?
Yeah, that was my friend. I actually do have one more memorable moment, if I can go back on that one.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know how I forgot this. So one time I was dancing for a dude. This is actually pretty scary though. One time I was dancing for this dude, and there was another dude at the bar kind of being a little weird, a little belligerent. He kept asking me to stop my dance and dance for him. And I was already up like $90-something with this one dude that I was dancing for. So I'm like, just give me a second. This man pulled out a gun and shot the dude that I was dancing for 4 times. And like actually hit him, and I felt like the bullet swiping across my legs. I didn't get hit, thank God, but the dude actually did get hit. He got really hurt. He was in the hospital for a long time. His nephew came and gave us an update. He did make it. I never got my money. It's okay. But that was pretty memorable too. I can't believe I forgot about that one. I don't know how I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous one.
Oh, what? I never ran so fast in 6-inch heels in my life. What?
Well, how has it been for your family? You know, like, how has your family accepted this? Or did they give you a lot of negative feedback? Or
at first, yeah. But like I said, I'm pretty easygoing, pretty cool, calm, collected. When my mom found out and my brother found out, especially because those are closest people to me, they were kind of like, you know, just do what you gotta do if that's what you have to do, but don't get caught up in this. Like, don't make this a career thing. Get your money, get out. Don't be linking up with these people outside the club. Don't leave nowhere with these people. And I'm kind of like, duh. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But my mom understood that I wasn't getting any financial aid. So when it came to my tuition, I go to Georgia State, by the way. When it comes to my tuition, I had to get that money. My mom couldn't help me afford it. So she just kind of was like, well, if you're doing what you got to do, I can't tell you not to, especially if you're handling business. So she really just told me, and my brother too, they said the same thing. Just get your money and get out. We don't want to have to come looking for you. We don't want to have to hurt nobody because they done hurt you. Just seriously, just get in, get out.
Okay. So you've been able to finance pretty much your whole
life. My whole life. I bought a car and everything.
You know, I have a background working in the prison, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I know dudes can be a little bit disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Have you ever experienced any disrespectful moments?
Oh, just about every single shift I've ever worked.
Well, what was the most disrespectful you think a customer got?
For me, the most disrespectful thing you can do is try to touch my private parts. I don't like that. I feel like that's extremely out of line. But, cussing me out, calling me the B word, calling me a 304, whatever. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's disrespectful, but it's to the point where it really became numb to me. But that's really about all the disrespect you get. Trying to touch my private part. That's the biggest thing for me. Just don't do it. Just enjoy the show, please. Please look, don't touch. Because when you start touching too much, it gets a little weird, a little awkward. I don't like it. Then you mad at me. Now you want your money back. Can't get your money back. Just keep it cool.
They kept people on standby to protect you guys. Right?
Yeah, they do. Security. But you know what though? A lot of people know who they can and can't be disrespectful to. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm very quiet in the club. I'm a real quiet bee in the club. I just buzz around. I don't say too much. I don't do too much. So I really didn't, other than the maybe cussing me out sometimes and the trying to touch my private parts, that's probably the most disrespect I ever got. Because I'll walk away. I don't need your money that bad. And I'm quick to let somebody know I don't need your money that bad.
Have you ever found anybody attractive that you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I did date one dude that I met in the club. He lives in Alabama. He came to Atlanta for a birthday party. We're the same age though. It's not like he's an older dude or anything, but he came in. He was so handsome, and I ended up exchanging numbers with him. He took me out on a couple dates while he was still in Atlanta, and to this day I still talk to him. That was maybe like when I first started dancing, actually, so about almost 5 years ago, about 4.5 years ago. Okay. He's very respectful though. He always kept it cool with me, so I still reach out to him to this day.
Okay. What's the longest your nights have ever gone? Like, what's the longest time you've ever...
I ain't even gonna lie. 2:45, 3 o'clock every night. I'm out the door. Club closed at 3:30.
So how many total hours would that be?
I usually, if I like, okay, so at my old club I would do a night shift, so I would probably work. I'll probably get there around like 8. By 2 o'clock, 2:30, honestly, I'm ready to go. So that's what? About 7.5 hours. But at the new club that I recently just stopped dancing at, it wasn't new, but at the club I recently stopped dancing at, I would prefer to do day shift. So if I didn't make enough on day shift, I'll let it roll on to night shift. So I would get there at 11:30 in the morning. If I didn't make the money by 6, 7 o'clock, I might stay until about 11, 12. So those could roll on to about 12, 13-hour shifts just to make my money.
So would you get tired?
What? I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes going in the car and taking a nap was a thing. Like, we do that. You might pull up to the strip club parking lot and you might see dancers in their car taking a nap. Especially on day shifts, slow days, you're not making the money. Yes, we would definitely go in our car, take a nap. Security will park right in front of the door so security can see us. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. Just take a nap.
Since you brought up security, what is the most physical you've seen them get with? You remember that?
Oh, yeah, they get pretty physical. I'm not gonna lie. I had one altercation. It wasn't me, but security was taking up for me. My phone got stolen, and I knew who stole my phone. And so I'm usually really quiet, okay? But I don't play by my electronics. My iPad, my phone, my Apple Watch, MacBook. I don't play by my electronics.
And your body.
And my body, of course. But he took my phone, and I'm looking on my Apple Watch, and it's going down the 285, and I'm like, whoever you just went outside to give my phone to, tell him to bring it back. So at this point, I'm getting physical. I jumped up on the bar and tried to jump off the bar to fight this dude. What? Security caught me like a ballerina. But they ended up they ended up getting the guy for me and roughing him up and like kind of beating him up on the slide a little bit. And I think that was the most physical I've ever seen security get for me on my behalf. Other than the shooting. Of course, they got really physical with the shooting part. But for me, that was probably, they did rough the guy up. And I did get my phone back, too.
Good.
I did.
What is the hardest thing that you think for you about dancing?
Talking.
Just talking to people?
Entertaining people, yes. Because a lot
different
of
personalities, having to get in different characters.
Yes.
That was
trying
hard
to keep
for you?
up a story.
I find that hard to believe. You think that's hard?
Yes. Because a lot of times their conversations just be like
the same thing.
But wife mad at me, kids getting on my nerves, and it's like I already know this already. Keeping up and like trying to pretend like you're really interested, especially when there's no money getting involved yet. Trying to keep it up to make sure you get the money. To me, that's the hardest part. I'm pretty physical. I've been a cheerleader my whole life, so all the dancing I can do it, but keeping up a conversation, oh my goodness, it's so boring.
So you're not a people person.
I can be to a certain extent. I gotta get to know you first. Like, I gotta know who
you gotta warm up to it.
Yeah, I gotta warm up to it a little bit. So my regulars, yeah, I could talk to them all the time, but like new people, oh my. Do you have any money or not? Do you want me to dance or no? That's usually my favorite line. Do you want to dance or no? No? Okay, well, when you're ready for a dance, I'll come back. Because all this talking. And then I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink in the club at all. One thing you'll never see me is drunk in the club. I don't drink at all.
You didn't drink the first time you went on?
No. I don't like liquor. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I smoke.
Okay.
But no, I don't.
So did you smoke before you went on?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That relaxed you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but trying to keep up a conversation with, and then they trying to force liquor down your throat too. Have one shot with me. No. Do you want me to dance?
So how long was it before you got comfortable with, being nude, I guess?
It was quick. I'm not gonna lie.
Same day?
Yeah, getting naked is the easiest part.
What?
Especially when you look around and everybody's doing it.
You talking about with the girls? Now, if it wasn't for the girls there, how?
Like getting naked in front of everybody? Yeah. When you walk around in the club and you see literally like there's 12 other girls naked in the club, you're like, it's whatever. That was the easiest part to me, getting naked. Especially if you got the money. Listen, you can see my body, but you got the money. But that's the easiest part. It's a lot of girls in there naked, so it's like, okay, this is it feels normal almost. It really does. It really starts to feel normal. Like when you got clothes on, it kind of feels weird.
Okay, so being that you are a dancer and you're so comfortable, being nude, what would you say is your biggest or greatest insecurity? Like if it was one thing you could change about yourself, what would it be?
I'm not gonna lie. I did want a BBL. I wish I had a little bigger butt. I'm small. I got a little something working back here, but when you get around girls who really have big old butts and like they're making all the money, especially, you can start to get a little insecure about it. But other than maybe a big butt, and wearing, like, some girls wear a lot of nice makeup. I can't do any makeup. Like I said, I'm a natural girl. I'll go in, throw some lashes on. You see them beat faces. That'll make you feel like, maybe I should try to put some makeup on sometimes. So it really depends on the vibe and who's making the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to stop?
I got tired. I'm not going to lie. You want me to be honest? It's a lot of prostitution in the club right now.
Yeah.
If you're not selling your body, you're really not going to make any money. And I feel like
that's not a part that you want to experience.
No. I don't want to, every single time I dance for somebody, I don't want it to be like you trying to go to the motel down the street. No, I'm not. So, I still have my regulars. Even though I've been out the club, I still got a couple of regulars that still might cash at me, Zelle me some money. But in the club, if you're not trying to leave with them or do anything with them, this is right now. This is what I've noticed this year. It really gotten, in my club specifically, it's gotten a lot worse this year. If you're not trying to sell your body, you ain't got to worry about making no money. Not like how you used to make. It used to be better. It used to be a lot easier. It used to not be like this. But today, you're not selling. You're not making that money.
Do you think what you decided to do had a negative effect on your relationship?
To be, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I hid it. I hid it from him. Yeah, I hid it from him for a long time, and
So
he
what-
actually went through my phone. That's how he found out.
What did he think? What did he think that you were doing?
I don't know.
You didn't tell him what you did
No.
you did for a living?
No, he never asked. But this was like the first couple months of us dating. He never asked. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of like don't ask, don't tell situation.
But you knew what he did.
Yeah, I knew what he did. I brought him to work just about because his car was messed up when I first met him. So I used to take him to work until he got his car fixed. But he never asked. And I used to wonder, what does he think I do? Like, I don't go to work. Every time he talk to me is, what you doing? Nothing. I can leave, I can do, like, move how I want to move. If I don't want to go to work today, I don't have to. So I used to always wonder, what does he think I do? And one day he went through my phone and he saw a picture. I had took a picture in the locker room, and he was like, he came over at like 2:00 in the morning. He was like, hey, let me ask you something. And when he said that, I was like, oh no, he found out. He was like, so how you be making your money? He was like, your rent expensive. I know you got a car note. He was like, but you for some reason always got money. And he caught a bag of money in my closet. I had a big bag of money in the closet. One, straight one. He was like, what you doing? Don't lie. And I was caught. And he was mad. Oh, he was really mad. He broke up with me for about a month and a half. And then I guess he knows me. He know I'm not really going for none of the crazy stuff. So he was like, all right, as long as you ain't doing nothing crazy in there, and I can call you. If I call you, you gonna answer that phone. And I did. If I need you to leave, you can leave. And I did. So.
Oh, okay. So you can leave, y'all can leave anytime y'all get ready?
As long as you pay that house fee.
I don't understand how he took that long to figure that out.
Listen.
Man,
Me
that's crazy.
either. Me either. I guess he thought my mom was paying my rent. I'm like, no, I pay my own rent. I am spoiled. My mom she still does a lot for me. I'm not.
Are you the only child?
No, I'm the only girl, and I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay. So you're the baby.
I'm the baby. So my mom still does a lot for me. But I'm like, not that much though. Like, I can call her for a couple dollars, but not to pay my rent now. So I don't know what took him so long. I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I should have been honest with him.
Listen to you guys. Listen for you guys. Y'all need to be researching and examining and looking. Boy, I'm talking about looking.
Yeah.
A man went. You said what?
Almost 5 months without noticing.
Man, that's crazy.
Almost 5 months without noticing. He kept waiting and tell me, because you didn't ask. I said, if you would have asked, I would have been honest about it. But since you never asked, it was kind of one of those, I don't want to ruin the moment. I don't want to ruin what we got going on, because I know you're going to be mad about it.
So y'all are still together?
We still on again and off again. Yeah, we still
Is
toxic.
this the relationship you mentioned?
Yeah,
Okay.
still toxic.
Okay.
Still
Yeah.
toxic.
So how did you feel like he lost respect for you?
For a little while, yeah, he did.
He did.
He did. Until he needed something. He needed some money one day. And I had just went to work. I had a big bag of money. I don't even know how much money was in this bag, to be honest. It's probably about $400 or $500. I think he asked me if he could borrow maybe two something. I just gave him the whole bag.
Okay.
And I never asked for it back. Like I said, I don't even know how much I gave him, but it was a big bag of money. I'm like, you can have the bag if you count it. It's some 20s in here. It might be a couple 10s. It might be $100 bill in here, but you can have the money. But it was mostly ones. And after that, he's completely shut up about it. And he did need some money another time. And I went to work for maybe 2-3 hours, made another little bag, brought it back to him. But I always tell him, if I can make the money and I have it, and you really need it, I got you. Okay. Because I can go back and get it again.
Yeah.
And my job is a lot easier than his job. So he has to wait for his money. I don't have to wait for mine. I can literally just go get it. And if we together, we locked in, I don't mind helping. Especially if I can just
cool.
go get that money.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's real cool right there. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Team player.
If I mess with you like that, I got you.
Team player.
Yeah,
Team
I ain't
player.
gonna judge. No judgment. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Okay, you said that you were thinking about having kids.
Yeah.
At one day.
One day. I'm almost 30.
Do you think that if they ever found out about your background, are you gonna try to,
No. I'm not gonna try to hide it. I got Honeybee tattooed on my butt. It's not necessarily my butt, but it's right under. It's on the back of my thigh. So they'll see it one day, and I'm sure they'll ask, What does that mean?" And depending on how young they ask, I might sugarcoat just my alter ego. But if they ask older, your mommy was in the club getting that money, okay?
Just breaking it on down.
Yeah, it's alright. It is what it is. It ain't nothing to be ashamed about.
Yeah, that was it's a nice interview. I enjoyed this interview.
Yeah.
Unless there's something else you want to say to the audience or whatever.
If you're thinking about being a dancer for real, if you're a female watching this, and this is really what you want to do, if you've ever seen the movie Players Club, when she said, "Make that money, don't let it make you," that's a real thing. Because you can really get lost in the club, lost in the money. You really have to have a strong mindset to be a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Have an end goal. Because I dance with a lot of girls who have been dancers, oh my God, 20 plus years. And I'm 28. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
They still look worth...
Some of them, no. Some of them look older, but men like different things.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So even the older ones, boobs all the way down here, they still got their clientele because some men like that fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, have an end game. Don't be a career stripper. Have a plan to get out. Even if you have to go back for a little while because maybe your plan to get out is taking a little longer than usual, or you fell back, or just have an end game. You being in a club consistently every day, 20 plus years, I don't know how these girls do it. Like I said, I'm only 5 years in. The energy is negative. Like, it's what is it? Everybody's competing.
Mm-hmm.
So the energy gets really nasty sometimes. Just mind your business. Stay out the way. Don't step on nobody else's money. Don't step on nobody else's toes. Literally, when I say get in and get out, don't sell your body to these people. No matter how much you might think is worth it, at the end of the day, it's not going to be worth it. Eventually the money is going to stop. It is going to run out. They're not going to want to do it anymore or keep spending this money with you. Their wives are going to find out at home. Like, just do what you want to do. But my advice is don't do it. Just don't. Get your money. Get what you can get in the club, and for real, just get out and just have an end game. Mind your business. Don't be gossiping in the locker room, because they do a lot of that gossiping, texting, going back, fighting. What? I ain't never been in a strip club fight ever. I will leave. One girl was jumping on lockers trying to fight me one time. I said, "Girl, please, you got it. I'm out the door. Seriously, we're not fighting. What are we fighting for? We both made some money tonight. It was a great night. What are we fighting? Get your money and get out." That's really all I can say. All that, it's not worth it. Have an end game.
Okay. All right, babe.